is Friday night, September the 26th, and you are looking at the Southwood County 2000 football field as the Marshfield Tigers are in town taking on the Lincoln High Raiders tonight, and you are watching coverage on River City's Community Access. Along with producer and editor David Ballerstein, former Red Raider offensive tackle Craig Tim, I'm Milt Van Natta, and we are pleased to be with you and bring you this prep football action between what, Craig, is two very long-time rivals.
Long-time rivals, unique when you think about it. In Wood County, two cities of basically the same size, just happen to be on different ends of the county, but this should be a great football game. Marshfield is very good every year, and it'd be nice to get out to a good start here.
Kick goes out of bounds, and that will be a penalty against the Raiders. Marshfield will get good field position to open up the football game. Marshfield, as you can see, wearing, are they going to have them kick again for some reason? Sure appears that way. The ball was clearly kicked out of bounds and a penalty flag was thrown, but we're going to re-kick, and I'm not sure that we're going to be able to have an explanation for you in regards to that.
I want to thank you, though, for the weather, Milt. Were you responsible for 70 degrees? And
absolutely.
Beautiful?
And look at that flagpole over there. The flag is wrapped tight around the flagpole. There's no breeze. It's incredibly comfortable for being outdoors on an evening because it is dusk and evening.
That's the part I don't like.
Here's the kick, fielded at the 15, bringing it to the near side is Cameron Swanson, and he has room at the 40. He's across the 45, and ladies and gentlemen, that football player who was laying him out is your quarterback. That's Jason Wiernick, who just took Cameron Swanson and planted him along the 47-yard line. Jason could play linebacker.
Perfect tackle. Put your shoulder in the guy and drive him back.
So Marshfield will start with good field position at their own 47. Their quarterback is Derek Coffran. He's a 6'1" and 173-pound senior. He wears number 2, and he will start in the shotgun. 3 receivers. There's a fumble, and Coffran covers it up back at the 40-yard line. He was quickly covered by Jake Tim, who will get credit for the tackle, but that is a 7-yard loss and a great way for the Raider defense to start. Again, no huddle for Marshfield. It looks like they're going to spread the field with receivers, work out of the shotgun, and play up-tempo football. And there's a low snap. Keeping it is Coffran. He's trying to turn the corner. He's to the 48-yard line, so he has the original line of scrimmage +1 to bring up a 3rd down and 9. The only back that we've seen so far from Marshfield has been Isaac Klein, and they've been using all kinds of receivers. Now 3 receivers flood the bottom of your screen. Coffran still has it. He is not finding a receiver, and he is chased by Stotts, and he's pushed out of bounds by Isaac Bauer. 1 step into Raider territory, but well short of the 1st down. That's a good opening series by the Raiders against that spread, quick tempo offense.
Very good defense, and they really contained well. They kept him inside. You don't want to get him outside because bad things happen when the runner gets past you to the outside. I remember that from 30 years ago, no?
And again, it's Isaac Bauer, number 31, who is standing back at his 10-yard line, awaiting this punt, sent away by Nick Hochheil, and it's a short kick, and it is touchdown at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Raider offense will take over to an enthusiastic crowd here at Southwood County 2000. Jason Wiernick will be the quarterback. We're used to the Logans, Logan Wimmy and Logan Betcher in the backfield. Thomas Olson is number 82. You see him going to the top of your screen.
Oh, the field is in beautiful shape again.
Oh, yeah. Ryan Potter is in at tailback. Here's a misdirection play. Oh, taken down is Austin Glinsky.
He might have been off to the races if he could have gotten past that.
He had a ton of room if he got by that initial. There's 2 Tigers there, and they got him down. Otherwise, he has open field in front of him. So that will bring up a 2nd down and 12. Both teams on their first offensive play lose yardage. Glinski and Potter.
Get the
and
feeling
Betcher.
It's going to be a fast game here.
Boy, both teams are
we're just going here.
showing that they want to play up tempo. Was that an offside? I see no flag. Raiders run it inside to the 26 and get 3 to bring up 3rd and 9.
Well, he must have just barely stopped, Mel.
It is Logan Betcher who is getting up off the bottom of the pile. And it comes to the sideline to get this 3rd down play. Raiders will shake Olson and Glinski both to the far side. There they are. Wernick runs the option, pitches back to Betcher, looking for the sideline, and he does not make the line of scrimmage, but rather is taken down at the 24-yard line, and the Raiders will line up to punt it away. It's Cameron Swanson, who did a nice job on the game's opening kickoff, will step back in the neighborhood of his 35-yard line for this punt from Jason Wernick. Good kick, line drive that'll hit about the 45, checks up and rolls down to the 38-yard line. So let's see what we get from the Tigers this time. First possession, we had shotgun formation, 3 receivers and 1 running back, no huddle. We'll see if they will be consistent with that on this possession as well. We have 8:45 to go in the first quarter.
Just like your wedge, Mel. Hit it nice and just checked up nice.
Well,
which always happens, I know, I've seen it.
I saw that punt and I wished it was my wedge. Coffran out of the shotgun. Fakes to the motion man, gives it instead to the tailback that we told you about, Isaac Klein. And Klein is up in the neighborhood of the 44-yard line. That's a nice little pickup on first down. It's a 6-yard gain. Again, just a very loose, quick huddle by Marshfield. Look at the Raiders moving all around. Coffran hangs onto it. Boy, he really had it tucked in the belly of his running back and pulled it out at the last second and goes near first down yardage at the 49-yard line. It would appear as if it is a first down, and they move the chains. It's our first down of the football game, and it comes on the Tigers' second possession. Looking far side, catch is made at the 45. Marshfield receiver is out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Zach McManus, who is a place kicker and a punter for this Tiger team, as well as a tight end. 2nd and short, 2nd down 2 for the Tigers. Coffran takes it away from Klein, dives ahead, has a first down at the Lincoln 40-yard line. Stotts was in there, and he got help from Jake Tim on making the tackle.
It is really a unique way to play quarterback.
Oh man,
you almost think that it's too long, and he always makes something happen out of it.
It's like it's a dual possession for a moment.
It really is.
Between the quarterback and the running back. Coffran is feeling the pressure. He's rolling right, overshoots his intended receiver. Good pressure that time from Ryan Ott of the Raiders, disrupting that play. The intended receiver was a receiver by the name of John Hardinger.
I'm just looking at the unique helmets of Marshfield, Milt. On the right side is the Marshfield logo, and the player's number is on the left.
Oh man, I hadn't noticed that. We would have noticed that to the second quarter. Coffran pitches it back. Down the far sidelines, first down and more. And the Tigers have picked up a first down at the 27-yard line as Tanner Bozen, one of the receivers running on the option end around, gets a nice gain, and the Tigers now have moved it to the 28-yard line. That's Klein being moved around by Coffrin, and a loose putt ball, and it's recovered by Derek Coffrin, the quarterback. And you wonder if that might not be prone to that with as much ball handling as they're doing in that option game.
Because you have two people that have to be on the same wavelength.
In the same place that they need to be.
If the back thinks he's supposed to take it and the quarterback thinks he's supposed to take it, you might have that.
2nd and 10. Now Coffrin has time as he rolls right, directing traffic, lobs it up and incomplete. Bozen was the intended receiver, and that's one of those plays where as a defensive back, you need to stay with your man because the play is being extended and it's easy for you kind of to break coverage, but that was a good job by all of the Raiders in staying in coverage. So it brings up a 3rd down and 10.
Already down to 6 minutes, 6.5 now.
Setting up in the pocket, Coffrin quickly to run. Spins away from one man, but a real nice job there by number 41, Mike Weinfurter, to stay in the middle of the field and take down Coffrin. So it's a 4th down and 6, and what will the Tigers do here?
Looks like a kick, no?
Yep, quarterback Derek Coffrin is coming off the field. Question is it a punt or a field goal? It's going to be a 40-yard field goal attempt by Zach McManus. And fans, we seldom see field goal attempts, but this is by far the longest field goal attempt we've seen in our coverage of Raider and Assumption football this year. He is a left-footed soccer-style kicker, and he kicks it away. It's going to be short, well short. Well, it hit the back line of the end zone eventually, but still well short. And so the Raiders will take over here after the failed field goal attempt from Zach McManus.
And the key that you mentioned, Milt, was the lack of wind tonight because of the game we had last time.
Oh, huge south
You would
wind.
have had no chance
Nope.
unless you were going with the wind. You wouldn't be able to get it to the 20-yard line from there.
I don't keep those kind of records. I do not remember a field goal attempt in a Raider game this year yet.
I don't either.
Not the home games that we've covered anyway. So Raiders back out there from their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Wernick pitches it to Betcher. It's an option pass. Deep. Olsen open. Caught at the 40 and down at the 43-yard line. It looked like Betcher had his choice of receivers to throw to because both Olsen and Glinsky were behind the defense, and Betcher finds Olsen for a big 23-yard pickup, and the Raiders' first down.
Other managers are Andy Hemp, Jenny Flinders, Emma Russell, Justin Patron, and Sabrina Kroll.
I'm not sure if Wernick's changing the play as he walks up and down the line. Option play, inside, handoff. Across the 45 goes the Raider ball carrier. Just by a step or so, that looks like 30, Logan Betcher carrying the football.
Gain of 3 by Logan Betcher. Brings up a 2nd and 7 from the
2nd down and a long 7 here for the Raiders. Glinsky's a little bit confused about where he needs to be. You may have seen him signal to the sideline, "Where am I?" And he finds this place, and Wernick's throwing it long for Olsen. He's out there, and he's got it, and he's in the open at the 10, on his way for a touchdown.
Great play. Just what the Raiders needed, no?
A 54-yard touchdown connection from Wernick to Thomas Olsen. And Thomas Olsen with, let me do the math here quick, 77 yards receiving on the drive. A 3-play, 80-yard drive, and Olson covers 77 of the 80 yards on pass receptions. Lincoln's on top 6-0 with 4:25 to go in the first period. It's Jared Pilot who attempts the extra point, and it is no good. So it will stay 6-0. But that was an exciting Raider drive with the 2 long pass plays. Betcher to Olson and Wiernick to Olson, and Lincoln is on top. And this is really a positive note, because there have been a couple of games where the Raiders have found themselves in an early hole, and they've spent all night trying to dig out, and tonight they're able to jump on top of Marshfield by a score of 6-0.
And what they're doing really well is they're mixing up the offense. Marshfield can't defend. They can't assume it's going to be a run every time, and then a pass, etc., etc. That was really nice.
Yeah, as much diversity as they've had offensively all year.
That was a great catch, too.
Oh, yeah.
Great
sure
catch.
Was.
Taking out number 4, Jason Wernick. Next for Marshfield, number 3, Cameron Swanson. And number 4, Deacon Fassler.
Swanson and Fassler are the deep men for Marshfield. It goes towards Fassler, picks it up on the run. He's got the 30 and is down there. First Raider on the scene was number 24, Ryan Potter, the senior halfback.
And tackled by number 24, Ryan Potter.
So we'll get our third look tonight at the the Tiger offense, which had a nice drive a moment ago before the unsuccessful field goal attempt. Wow, look at number 5, Tanner Bozen, way over here on the wide side of the field. But it's Klein running it instead. And the tackler is Jake Tim, as Klein gets 5 to the 35.
He was pushing his big offensive lineman. I'm just seeing how big he is. 5'10" and 250.
Does that help if you're an offensive lineman, and as you were, and you've got a running back's hand in the middle of your back? Does that get you going?
Normally they're telling me, would you pick up the pace a little bit, please?
First down run.
And they usually didn't say please either.
And they might
Come
not
on,
have
get
said,
those legs moving.
I was going to say, I'm not sure. I'm still not sure you're telling me the truth. Klein with the first down.
Hey, we're on television. It has to be true.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down run, and Marshfield's got the 1st and 10 at their own 43. It's Klein again. He slipped 1 tackle, but he's quickly taken down at the 45-yard line. I just think that you might be altering some descriptive terms in your comments.
Well, but actually, in all honesty, it does give you what they're doing is they're trying to use you as a block to see which way they're going to go too. If they can go right and left.
Throws, a beautiful catch made by Tanner Bozen at the 49. Yeah, they're just trying to steer you as their shield. But it wouldn't hurt if you picked up the pace at the same time.
And knock somebody over as you're going too. Because sometimes you can't really tell where the back is. You're concentrating on the action in front of you, and sometimes you really can't tell where they are.
It's 3rd and 2. Wide receivers, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. It'll be Klein or Coffrin. Coffrin is short of the first down.
Again, almost the ball came out. That was close again.
Looked like both Alex Marg and Nathan Fuller met at the ball carrier, and
decision time.
Marg might be stung a little bit, Craig.
Looks like they are asking for they're gonna, no, they wouldn't measure it because it's official timeout. Oh, they are gonna measure it. It didn't look, I was just looking at their sticks. It didn't look like it was that close, but it's a good way to get a free timeout, though. And you can always ask for it.
Yeah, and we're pretty well lined up with, that's our position, is right here between the 45 and the 50, and it looks short from here.
Oh, look at it though.
put some extra links in that chain. Yep, that much.
So what do? Do you go for it? Kick it? There's
interesting call.
2:41 in the first quarter.
I think they've got the quarterback on the field, so Derek Coffrin sends Bozen and McManus. No, that's Bozen and Hardinger to the near side. Fassler to the far side. He'll probably try to get to the edge in some sort of option. Nope, going to go straight ahead with the quarterback sneak, and they appear to have it at the 45-yard line.
Just push the pile.
Quarterback sneak for a first down. Ball's on the 45-yard line.
Fake to Klein. Coffrin sets up in the pocket. Now nowhere to go, so he's going to roll out, go to the corner, and he got about 2 yards before he was forced out of bounds by Mike Weinfurter. Craig will have a moment here as they gather. What are the special stresses on the Raider defense when you're facing a no-huddle offense like Marshfield's running tonight?
First thing is conditioning. I mean, you're running. You never really catch up to yourself, so to speak, and you're always in the back of your mind. You're afraid of what the quarterback, if he's going to stop and throw it, or you don't really know.
Oh, beautiful!
So you have to play your man, like you said. You have to just stay in your area.
Beautiful open field tackle there by Cody Kodrowski on
Because I can
Keegan
remember,
Fassler.
And you can also, when the triple option kind of first started at the University of Texas, Darrell Royal, wasn't it, back then?
In Oklahoma, ran it after that with Barry
ran
Switzer.
it very well, actually. Yep. And they always said to defense something like the option is you have to always hit the quarterback.
There's a hit on the quarterback as he said the word.
You have to always hit the quarterback.
The first there was number 50, Dawson Thurber.
No question if they're going to go for this. That was kind of what you call a blitz lookout block. You missed the block and you yell to your quarterback, look out.
Tigers to punt with 1:19 to go here in the first quarter.
Coaches don't like those lookout blocks either, no?
Zach McManus will kick it away, and a whistle stops play.
In a fast first quarter, 1:06. False start.
So that should give the Raiders an extra 5 yards of field possession after this kick. We have not seen McManus kick off yet. He had this field goal attempt. It covered essentially 40 yards. Ooh, coming through. Nathan Fuller, good kick going out of bounds at the 18 by McManus. But man, Fuller was about a step away.
And the punter almost dropped the ball. That would have been interesting.
So with 48 seconds here for the first quarter, the Raiders will start their third possession of the night.
And what you said, Milt, is really, really true. Raiders have to be feeling good to actually have a lead.
I think again, we are at the home games. We do not see the road games, but I think this is one of their best quarters we've seen them play of the season. Wernick wants to throw a screen, but he's in trouble. Lobs it up and out of bounds. I thought that was nice presence there by Wernick, because he was under the gun in a hurry, and that's kind of play that can easily turn into a turnover, and he threw it away and did a nice job.
An arm, huh?
Oh man.
Wow. He threw that a long way.
That was over the bench and over the sand pit.
Yeah, it was into the defense there.
So a 2nd and 10. Raiders looking to throw the football tonight. It's an inside handoff and nothing doing. Ryan Potter just ran into a wall pile of white jerseys at the line of scrimmage. They give him a yard to the 19 as forward progress, but it is 3rd down and 9, and we'll see here. Don't necessarily need to run a play here, but it looks like they will as they get to the line with 10 seconds for the period. 3rd down and 9 with 7 for the period. Wernick drops back, looking for Olson. Nope, throws it in the middle. It's picked off. Picked off by Swanson, who is still on his feet. And the ball's loose, and the Raiders pick it up. And running into Marshfield territory is Dylan Schutte. Oh my goodness.
I have to admit, I've never seen that before. I think the flag is possibly a clip when they were going the other way on Marshfield, but I'm not sure. There's a flag on the 30. Have you ever seen that before?
That's a rare play when you have a double turnover.
Because the receiver wasn't even looking, threw it right to the defender, then the receiver got the ball back. Now they have to sort this out.
It's the last play of the first quarter if it's not a penalty that...
Oh, we have a hold on Marshfield. Decline. 1st down, Rapids.
All right. And that is the final play of the first period. It's an exciting first period, or are we going to have one play with no time on the clock here? No, I believe the officials are talking and we're going to switch ends. It will be Lincoln's football at the Marshfield 42 when the second period begins in a moment on River City's Community Access. Second quarter begins with Lincoln starting at the Marshfield 42 after the double turnover play.
We're still talking about that, lads. And from up here, we have the best view of that. That was just a great play.
Betcher has the 40, spinning into the secondary. He's all the way to the 30 and still fighting to the 29-yard line. A beautiful 13-yard run by Logan Betcher.
Ball's at the 30-yard line. For the Red Raiders.
From the Marshfield side, we hear "Get your butt moving." That was everybody in the stadium heard that. I don't know if that was a coach or a parent in the stands.
They might have heard that over at the Performing Arts Center with the door closed.
Inside handoff, and a nice job by number 45, Mitch Zillman, the middle linebacker of the Tigers. That play with Betcher was about to break into something bigger, but that was quickly snuffed out by Zillman. Is it my imagination, or does Wernick look a little stung?
I was just going to say, he was kind of looking at his hand and kind of...
Just moving gingerly.
That's what I was thinking too. I didn't know if I was seeing that or not.
I don't think so. I think that he is. Olson comes with Schutte, split to the bottom of your screen.
Now you see their helmets with the numbers on them.
Pitch back. Nice little run here to the 24-yard line. Logan Betcher.
Nice blocking up there.
3rd down and 4 facing the Raiders. Early second period. Lincoln's on top by a score of 6-0, trying to notch their second win of the year. They came into this ball game with a win over DC Everest in week 2 and a 1-4 record.
And I didn't see that game, you did, and well, that was the double game.
That was the split game.
Because of the weather, yeah. Came back on Saturday to finish it up.
Whoa, are the Raiders going to get a first down by penalty here? Some blitzers appeared to pop into the neutral zone. And it will be a Lincoln first down by penalty to the 19-yard line.
You ever notice that any level of football, when that happens, both lines always point at each other?
Yes.
he moved, no you move, no you move.
Just like when there is a fumble, usually both sides claim having recovered it. Olson split to the short side here. Whoa, almost jumping off again. Wernick from behind, look out, he's hit. And down he goes at the 29-yard line.
We could see that. We had the best view of that, too.
Joel Bain from the blind side of Jason Wernick. And he was stung before, and I think he's even feeling it more right now. That was a big hit.
He's a little lucky because I think he just caught it out of maybe the corner of his eye.
Spun away from
contact, because boy,
full brunt of that blow.
But he keeps, I don't know if his right hand, I don't know if he has something, unless he has something there with the plays and things, but he seems to be, as you said, a little beat up right now.
Second
playing
down.
Extremely well.
Long 19 yards for the first down. Marshfield blitzes. Wernick in trouble, throwing it deep. He's got a man, and oh, beautiful break up by Sam Klein. Oh, that was a nice defensive job.
And he just got hit again.
Derek Kurkowski was the receiver, and Klein came over and made a beautiful job. If we can get a peek at Jason Wernick, he is hurting. It's coming down to a knee now.
He really, I don't know if you could see it. I was watching the rush on the quarterback. He was hit very hard.
So I think so that their quarterback can gather himself, Lincoln has taken a timeout with 8:49 to go, second period. And Lincoln on top 6-0. There you look at head coach Tony Biolo and his offense gathered around him, facing a third and very long here.
That's a great shot. Thank you. Great shot.
Just looking at some of the weights, Craig, of those blitzing linebackers from Marshall. I mean, those are kids that are 185 to 200 pounds coming with a head of steam, and it's a couple of plays in a row that Jason Wernick has taken a lick. But we know from his tackle on the opening kickoff, he's a tough kid, and it will take a lot to get him out of the football game. There he is. 6'3", 205-pound senior. This is a third down and 19 play. Misdirection, inside handoff. And number 20, Austin Glinsky, takes it down to the 24-yard line. So it'll be a fourth down and 14, and you're kind of in no man's land. You don't gain a lot by punting. You probably don't feel confident you can kick a field goal, so you go, maybe you can break a play, maybe you can get a defensive penalty, any number of things could happen. Olson is 82, Glinsky is number 20 in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Glinsky's head's in motion. Wernick is back. He's going to lob it up here for Olson. Olson going up. Oh, he made a beautiful catch for the touchdown.
Great catch. Great throw, great catch. He just threw that up just pretty and let him jump for it. That was very nice.
Well, how would you like to have Thomas Olson's line, Craig? 3 catches, 104 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Game of his life so far here. Now, he's a great player, but I mean, this is the game of his life. Extra point is converted by number 38. That's Jared Pilot. Lincoln's on top 13-0 with 8:02 to go in the second quarter. What was the impressive part, I think, about that play Craig, Wiernick threw it to a spot, and Olson made a tremendous adjustment to catch the football. It was really impressive.
Really impressive, yeah. You just feel an energy tonight that you didn't really feel the last game, don't you? It's just,
right. Yeah.
I think part of it's, it's a nice night. Obviously, being ahead, 13 points is great. But last week, it was, they, like you said, they were in a hole so quickly. You give up an 80-yard run right away, and then before you know it, you're down 2 or 3 scores.
Yep. And you just never get in the football game.
Yeah, and frankly, without a couple of good goal line stands, that game would really have gotten out of control early in the second half.
Oh, the kicker slips. It's covered by Marshfield at the 43-yard line by Adam Cravert. Craig, I thought I heard a note from next door that a young man by the name of Victor Adler is wearing 38 and is kicking.
Oh, okay.
And so he would have that extra point. I just thought I heard that Mr. Hankey make that announcement next door. So here's Marshfield. Oh, Victor Adler's an exchange student, and he's acting as the kicker in the football game that made that extra point. 13-0 Lincoln. Coffin looks far side, comes in the middle, and a nice job by Mike Weinfurter. Number 31, not 41. Isaac Bauer drove through the receiver and broke up that pass play. It was a nice job by Bauer. 2nd and 10. Klein's got it. 50, 45, in the middle of the field to the 40, and down around the 35-yard line in the arms of Ryan Ott. Klein breaks off a nice run. 1st down, Tigers. Klein's got it again, running between the tackles, and a nice job by 64, Trevor Ashbeck. 5-yard pickup there by Klein to bring up a 2nd down and 5. Faking it to Klein, throwing it deep. Man is open, and overthrown is Keegan Fassler. He was there, but the pass was overthrown, and it will be 3rd and 5.
It was as if the quarterback thought he had to rush that throw, and I'm not really sure he did. But
yeah, had he waited another
really
second,
hard,
he could have thrown it with a little loft, and perhaps Fassler could have run under it. 3rd down, play fake is to Klein. Big pressure coming, throw. Sliding catch appears to have been made for a 1st down by John Hardinger. It is a Marshfield 1st down. Well, they brought a great contingent along the far side, nearly, I'd say about, if you squeeze them all together, about 85% full over there.
Very nice crowd.
1st and 10. Klein taken down for a loss. The penetration was by Nathan Fuller.
Almost tackled both of them.
You get 2 tackles for that?
That's one way to stop the...
Just take down everybody.
Yeah,
just grab everybody and take them down. 2nd long, 2nd and 14 here. Coffin stepping up down the middle, has a man, and again it's Fassler that is overshot on the play. So 3rd down, even after that play, Fassler's still back in the end zone, fans. The other 10 Tigers are at the line. They're ready to run the play, and Keegan Fassler's back there at the back of the end zone.
I was thinking of that because you asked me about the effect on the defense. It affects the offense, too, because he's doing 30-yard, 40-yard sprints every play.
Coffin rolls right. throws. Ooh, a big hit. That's the incompletion at the 10-yard line. Coverage was by Cody Kodrowski. Hardinger was the intended receiver. And it will bring up a fourth down and long, 4th down and 13. And the Tigers will go for it. 4th down and 13. Midway through the second quarter of play, Lincoln's up 13-0. Fake is to Klein. Throwing. Catch is made at the 16, at the 15. Well, I don't know if he got there, Greg.
Not sure either.
Fassler makes the catch. Oh, I don't believe he got there. Now,
our angle is poor, but
one Tiger said first down, but boy, that's going to be close.
It's going to be really close.
The yard marker over on the far side appears to be at the 15. The ball appears to be at the 15. We'll just watch here with you.
Great shot.
As they stretch out the chains. Could go either way here.
You're getting a great shot by the... Oh,
it's Lincoln's football. They turn it over on downs. Wasn't even close, really.
And again, we have a bad view because it's the other. We have a great view because we're on the 45-yard line. But.
So the Raiders take over at their own 15 with that 13-point lead.
Speaking of running, we were talking about doing the wind sprints. The receivers. There was a note that in an average soccer game, if you play the whole game, you put on about 7 miles per game.
7 miles.
That's what I don't know how they figure that out. Unless they wear a
whistle
or something.
Perhaps a type of pedometer that's
just to see.
Calibrated to a
and I don't know what
running
level
game
of soccer, but it said it's about 7 miles.
Lincoln is whistled for a 5-yard penalty here. Backs it up to the 10, and that'll be a 1st and 15.
6-minute mark. Quarter number 2.
Betcher 30, Potter 24, Glinsky in motion 20 with Wiernick in the backfield. Pitches to Betcher. Oh, Logan breaks into the open and into the middle of the field. And he comes all the way out to the 25-yard line. Oh, beautiful run. On 1st and 15, he gets 12 to 13 yards.
Just looking at the student section down to the right of us, all standing and cheering, and it's nice to see.
Wiernick on a misdirection play. Glinsky's in the open at the 30, and he's to the 35 with the 1st down. I really like the diversity in the Lincoln offense tonight.
It's.
First down and 10. Raiders are going to have to hustle a little bit. Time clock here, or the play clock.
Yep.
Little tight, I would guess.
5 minutes and a half there.
Wiernick sets up in the pocket, pump fakes long down the middle. Olsen out there, incomplete. He was double or triple covered. They were not going to give him any space. I think he will be an object of their attention for the rest of the football game after those 3 receptions that he's already had. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. Pitches to Betcher, or is it Potter? We'll see. It's a 4-yard carry to close to the 40-yard line. And that's Betcher, number 30, that will get up off the The bottom of that pile, Logan's a 5'8", 160-pound senior. So third down and a long 5. Pitcher's going to throw the option again. Out for Olson, up for grabs, and the jump ball to 35 and incomplete. Second time we've seen that play tonight. And it's 4th and 5. And what will the Raiders do? They're at their own 40, and it would seem as if they have their punt team coming on the field. Cameron Swanson drops back to his about the 20-yard line here. Wernick, oh, he's going to run, and he's hit, and he's going to go down at the 35-yard line. I think that was the pressure that caused that. 2 guys were in there, and I don't think he felt comfortable having time and space to get the kick away. Well, this could be a big junction in the football game.
Absolutely, with just a tick under 4 minutes. So
if the Tigers can get in for a score, we could have a tight game at halftime, and they could carry momentum into the second half. And if they will get the football. No, they got the football to start the game. So Raiders will get the football to start the second half. From the 35, Coffran with pressure off the edge has a man open. First down at the 25. And down to around the 21-yard line. Keegan Fassler is number 4, and he's the receiver.
Ball's at the 20-yard line.
You see it there that the ball's very near the 20-yard line. Klein, nothing doing. Maybe the line of scrimmage for Klein as he carries the football. Stotts was in there. Mike Weinfurter was in there. 2nd and 10. Tyson Slade in motion. Fake to Klein. No, he's got it. And again, not much doing inside. Number 50, Dawson Thurber, plugging the middle after a 2-yard pickup. Third down and 8. Coffran throwing, catch is made, and it looks like a first down inside of the 10-yard line, as it was Tanner Bozen who made the catch. And it's a 1st and goal for Marshfield. 2.5 for the first half. Coffran on a quarterback draw, taken down in the vicinity of the 5-yard line. The Tigers have all 3 of their allotted first half timeouts remaining. Second down goal just outside the 5. Misdirection handoff. New man carrying the football. First time we've seen Carlos Cortez. And a timeout is called by Marshfield. He's taken down, well, very near the 5-yard line. So it's going to be third down and goal from the 5-yard lines for the Tigers. Now, when you run that type of set in offense, wide open set, and spread the field, and you hurry out of the huddle using a no huddle, is that, do you think, more or less effective in the red zone?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, is you've gotten there by spreading the field out.
Yeah.
Now you run 2 right up the gut. So I can't answer that. I don't, because they kind of live on the misdirection, but it's like those were just standard handoffs.
Well, I've heard it said that it's actually easier to pass defend in the red zone because you have an extra defender behind you.
Yes,
you can't go beyond the goal, the back of the end zone, that second goal line, and so it actually acts as a defender for you. 3rd and goal. Coffrin looking, now rolling, plays breaking down. He's throwing to the back corner, incomplete. Tanner Bozen was the intended receiver, and we will have a 4th down play here.
You think they're going to kick it? Nope.
They bring in 3 new players. I'm looking for
I see a T. That's,
86.
That's the,
Okay.
Yep, 80.
Looks like 88 here, right?
Yeah.
No, but I don't see an 88.
Nope, that's 80.
Is it a 6? Needs to be a 6. Tell me it's a 6.
It's a 6.
Okay. Zach McManus for 3. Oh boy, he drilled that one. 13-3.
You made that sound like we were in a basketball season. For 3. Don't start that already.
Oh man.
They make the score with 1 minute 39 seconds to go in the first half.
Somebody's burning leaves or something.
13-3 after the McManus 23-yard field goal, and we still have a minute and a half to go. Lincoln has 2 timeouts, so if they can get good field position off of this kickoff, they may not be done here in the half.
Keela Whitland, Natalie Piper, McKinsey Massey, Heidi Gus, Cora Keatham, Leslie Todd.
And even if you don't get any more points, if you're the Raiders, you have to feel really good about your first half.
Oh man,
And they get
both sides
they
of the
get the ball, correct?
Yep.
Coming out.
Coached very easily by varsity dancing coach led by Jordan Densler.
I'm just watching. I'm not sure who they're filming for, but man, they are running. That might be the TV stations.
Yeah, they're both on the move.
They ran all the way from the other goal line.
Line drive kick to the 10-yard line. Here comes Betcher's got a seam at the 30 and near the 35-yard line. Logan Betcher on the kickoff return.
He has some speed, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He's found some open field here in this first half. Let's see what the Raiders choose to do here. Again, in prep football, the clock is stopped when the chains are advanced for a first down, so you've got that advantage. You've got 2 first downs to go. In pretty good field position at your own 34 to start off. It's Glinski trying to find the edge. He's in trouble. He's giving ground. Fighting and fighting, but taken down for a 5-yard loss at the 29-yard line. Now we'll see if after that loss the Raiders are a bit more content to head into halftime. Up 13-10. .50 seconds and the ball not yet snapped. Inside handoff. Nope, it's a pitch out to Potter. Potter along the far side will get back to the 36-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup for Ryan. And the clock is stopped by Marshfield with 40 seconds to go. They'd like to see a punt and just see what happens. See if they can break a kick or something just force a turnover, what have you, but they choose to use a timeout. They're second with 40 seconds to go. It's Lincoln 13 and Marshfield 3. Next week, the Raiders will head north up the Wisconsin River to Spash.
Stevens Point.
And is it Gerke Field? So yeah, that's the football stadium. Yep. For the River Jug game. Do you recall your record as a varsity player in the River Jug?
No, I actually don't. I don't. Which seems to indicate it wasn't very good. I think our senior year we did not win it. It was really. It's still very intense, but back in those days, it was really an important game. I mean, the history of the River Jug is kind of interesting. Just a nice, good rivalry.
That will be the final road game of the year for Lincoln next Friday night. They have back-to-back home games in early October, the 10th and the 16th, to close it out. Wernick rolling, steps up, fires incomplete. Short of Olson with 35 seconds to go, and if Marshfield was hoping to get a special teams play, give number 3, Cameron Swanson, a chance to break a kick, they'll have that opportunity here. 35 seconds. The clock stopped after the incompletion for Wernick to punt it away to Swanson. And now Lincoln will call their second timeout. So they're
I'm watching
talk about it.
I'm watching one of the photographers down there who just sprinted about 50 yards and then they called timeout. And the look on his face is like, why did you do that? The gentleman, right?
But there is one thing in that is to his advantage. And that is the size of the cameras is exponentially smaller and lighter compared to what it would have been 12 years ago.
That's kind of like
5 years ago.
And of course I can remember when they used to have to run back to the station because you had to
develop the film.
Develop all the film, yeah. They're all laughing at us up here, which indicates I am old. Yes. But they had to stop at a certain time so they could literally get back to the station. That was back when you didn't know what the score was either. I mean, you didn't have all the resources you do now. Oh, it looked like
Wernick, the short kick. And a nice roll for Lincoln, and to
saved
the 39.
a little time there. Saved about 4 seconds. Or Lincoln forced about 4 seconds off the clock.
Marshfield from the 39 with 24 seconds to go. They have one timeout. The Raider band has positioned themselves for a halftime show. That's how old we are, Craig. Is we remember when on a Sunday NFL game, they showed you the halftime show, the marching band from wherever. That was the halftime show on network television.
And Monday Night Football, you waited till halftime to see all the highlights from the games.
Coffran in motion. Stotts in pursuit. Coffran to the 45 and out of bounds a step or two beyond that with 16 seconds for the half. They mark him out of bounds at the 44. That's a 5-yard pickup.
It was always tough for Monday Night Football because you wanted to stay up and watch it, but parents said, nope.
Coffran, quick strike, caught, and a first down by Fassler at the Lincoln 49 with 11 seconds to go. So about 2 plays, maybe 3 with the timeout. We'll see how it goes here. Coffran throwing, same play, same result. The completion
took 5 seconds.
Fassler. Well, they have a kicker whose leg they trust, who had a reasonable shot at a 40-yarder earlier. They maybe could run a 10, 12-yard play here to the sideline or use the timeout and take a shot at a field goal. And that's probably why they chose to manage the clock as they did, is because of their confidence in their kicking game. Coffrin is back. He's going to throw long in the middle. Chance for an interception here. That ball is on the ground after it was up for grabs. And the half ends. The Lincoln High Raiders lead Marshfield 13-3.
We have a
penalty flag.
We have a flag down.
And if it's a defensive penalty, then the half, it's a chop block against Marshfield. So the half's over. It's 13-3 Lincoln. And we'll have the second half after this short timeout on River City's Community Access. Second half action to begin momentarily. The Marshfield Tigers taking the field. The Lincoln Raiders will join them momentarily. And we'll have second half action with Zach McManus kicking for the Tigers to the Raiders, who hold a 13-3 lead. And it was 2 touchdown passes from Jason Wiernick to Thomas Olson. One of 54 yards, one of 24 yards on a 4th down play that have pushed Lincoln to this 13-3 lead. They have been crisp on all areas, all 3 areas, offense, defense, special teams, and playing one of their outstanding games of the year. So we'll look forward to this second half as McManus boots it away. Strong kick that drives Betcher back to the 3. Logan looking for a seam, has the 20-yard line, and that's where the Raiders will start 1st and 10 to begin this second half of play. I don't think you need to really make a lot of adjustments. You need to keep playing and executing in accordance with the first half.
I agree, Mel. Just keep doing what you're doing, and be a nice time to get a nice long drive, wouldn't it? Start the second half.
One play, 80 yards, be all right?
That'd be okay. Sure.
Oh, you meant long and like in an 8-play, 80-yard drive?
Yeah, that could be good too. Take up the whole quarter.
Betcher.
Good start.
Nice, tough run for 8 or 9. Logan playing with heart and purpose tonight. Second down short.
Logan Betcher carries, front ball off the 29-yard line. Second and short.
Both Olson and Schutte split to the far side. Inside handoff. Here comes Betcher. Boy, he took a hard shoulder right to the chest. It was number 6, Sam Klein, that really laid a licking on Logan. He got the first down and he held on to the ball, but he took a wallop. Ball's at the 36. Wernick still has it. 1-on-1, trying to break a tackle. He fights to the 44-yard line.
Brought down by number 6, Sam Klein. And number 3, Cameron Swanson.
Jason's looking for something. He's spinning around. I don't know what he feels that he lost. There it is, whatever it was. Maybe I don't know what it was, but he knew he lost it, and he's got it now.
Chin strap, I believe.
Oh,
yep,
okay.
I think it was chin strap.
Raiders again have a 2nd and 2, and if they have 2nd and 2 all throughout this drive, I would rather suspect it will be a productive drive. First down to Potter as he goes to the 50-yard line. And in 4 runs that have net the Raiders 30 yards. And And I'm not strong in math, but I'm pretty sure that that's a 7+ yard per carry average. Touchdown on this possession could take a big chunk of wind out of the Tigers' sails in this football game tonight. Inside handoff. Fighting to the 46-yard line. I think that's Potter again, and it is. Ryan seeing his most extensive action of the season tonight.
And you have the advantage here, Milt. You don't, time is, just let her run.
Let her go, yeah.
You're up by 10, just let it run. Burn up as much as you can.
6th play of the drive is a 2nd and 6. Wiernick still has it. Jason has a first down. Fumbles the ball ahead of him, out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Well, that's a nice little 20-yard pickup. No, they're going to take that ball out at the 28-yard line, which makes it a 20, well, yeah, about a 22-yard pickup. Well, after Potter's run, the ball was in the neighborhood of the 46, I recall. So, about an 18-yard pickup.
Interesting hat.
Is that what that is? That's a hat?
It's a horse head.
Whoa, big hit. Oh man, there was some shoulder pads and helmets popping there.
Run down by number 45, Mitch Stillman.
About a 5-yard pickup, man.
Boy.
Holds on the 23-yard line.
So I had said, did you want a 1-play drive or an 8-play drive? And I'm trying to keep track. I think that was the 6th or 7th play of the drive, Craig. Close to the 23 is where they mark it. Wiernick pitches it back to Betcher. Boy, he's in jail there and taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half-a-yard loss. Batman is here tonight, Craig. We have the man in the horse head and Batman. And so, I don't know. Do you think he knows he doesn't have his mask on?
I don't know.
Because that looks like Bruce Wayne to me.
Yeah, we see everything. Up here, I'll tell you. See the back of a lot of heads, too, of course.
Wiernick runs the option, goes to Potter. He's got an alley, head down, and he's taken down at the 20-yard line. About a yard short of the first down, and the tackler is down, holding his right leg. And right ankle, which will bring an injury timeout with 7:34 to go in the 3rd quarter. Lincoln's on top 13-3 and driving to expand the lead. They're going to be facing a 4th and a yard and a half. It's good to see that young man up to his feet. Mitch Zillman is one of the middle linebackers for this Marshfield team, and he is very active, very good player, and it's good to see that he's walking off under his own power.
Doing a real nice job of taking time off the clock, Milt, down to 7.5 here.
Olson and Schutte are the wideouts. Potter and Betcher are behind Wiernick on this 4th down play. Fake, Wiernick in the middle, caught, first down, and a touchdown!
Great play. Was that the 8th play or the 9th play?
One of those. It was just what you ordered.
Just what,
I mean,
you get lucky once.
you got to leave a
Good.
big tip because that is exactly what you ordered.
Took almost 5 minutes off the clock. At 6 points. Very, very well done.
19-3 Raiders, and Adler to attempt the extra point. Oh, high snap, pulled down, blocked on the effort. So it remains a 2-possession game. It's a 16-point margin. So Marshfield with 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions could tie the football game. I'd like to know if Jason Wernick has had a 3-touchdown pass game, because that's what he's got tonight. 54-yarder to Olson, a 24-yarder to Olson, and a 20-yarder to Kirkowski. And Craig, the last 2 on 4th down.
4th down, right.
19-3, Lincoln with 7:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
That's exactly the way you wanted to start the second half. Just get a nice drive and get points. Again, you just feel energy here tonight, don't you?
Yeah,
Bill?
you do. You see it on the field, you feel it in the stands.
It's a whole different atmosphere than the other games we've seen. See, you're sporting your Brewers cap tonight?
Hanging with them, Craig. Been
3 more.
a disappointing second half of the season, but hanging with them. I've suffered through worse seasons than this.
Absolutely.
Do you remember the year that Davy Lopes was the manager of the Brewers?
I remember Tom Troublehorns last year with 10 games to go. And Bob Bucher on radio asked Harry Dalton if he was being considered for the manager's job.
Well, the Tigers are still advancing this football in the kickoff, and they've got it out to the 40-yard line.
And he was told, I assure you, Bob, we are not. Man, that's been how many years ago?
Lots.
Come see what's brewing way back then.
So they mark it at the 39 for Marshfield. Boy, I asked you if you'd rather have a long drive in terms of yardage, in terms of plays, in terms of time off the clock, and you got it all.
Got it all, yep.
Coffran gives it to Klein, coming to the near side. He's got midfield, and a nice open field tackle was made by number 33, Ethan Mercer. Mercer got him around the ankles and brought him down. There's Ethan passing your screen, and that's a 1st down run, however.
And the ball did pop out, but he was clearly down.
And that center is using that form of grasping the football in the end also.
I noticed that,
Wonder if that's a new technique. New running back sweeping to the right. To the 45-yard line goes Trevor Hyman, 6-foot senior, with his first carry of the night. It's been primarily Klein. Cortez has a carry, and now Hyman has a carry. 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. And a whistle stops play. They were going to hand off to Bozen on an inside reverse, and instead we're going to have a 5-yard mark-off against Marshfield.
Going to make a 2nd and 13 from the 50-yard line.
Did you see the signal?
I did
I
not.
did not either.
I vote for high school referees having a microphone. We're so used to it in college and in pros that
Sure
it's like we're lost without it. Big pressure. Coffran's able to step up, pump fake, now runs, spins short of the 1st down at the 43, but he made a little lemon juice out of what could have been a lemon of a play. He was in trouble in the pocket, and he was able to sneak out
I have to admit, too, there's times I look at our monitor and wait for the replay.
We're working on it.
On Wiernick, on the time when he was hit after the pass, I was thinking, oh, I'm not going to get a replay.
3rd down, short 5. Quarterback draw, Coffrin. Oh, there's a block from behind, wasn't there? No, it didn't.
Well, they didn't call a hold for one thing.
Well, I thought Cody Kodrowski was double-handed in the back, pushed out of the way. But again, we're a long ways away here. It's going to be 4th and 2, and apparently I don't hear any uproar from the fans or from the Raider sideline. So it must have been just my imagination. 4th down and short. Coffrin's throwing it near side. It's caught. It's a 1st down at the 30. Breaking free and down the sidelines is Zach McManus. He is ruled out at the 27. There's 4:48 to go here in the 3rd. Lincoln leads at 19-3. Tigers on the drive.
7-yard line. 1st down for the Tigers.
Coffrin looks to the far side, throws it up, and the man broke off the pattern, and it's thrown incomplete. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 for Marshfield.
Receiver went one way, quarterback threw it the other way. I always thought you'd make a good quarterback. Height might have been an issue, but you know.
I have a story to tell about that, but I may or
always
may
have
not.
a story to tell about that. Pray tell.
There's a run by Trevor Hyman that is a short carry of about 3 yards. I once in a public speaking environment mentioned that people of my size just were not NFL quarterbacks. It was just an impossibility. Some things weren't meant to be. Afterwards, somebody politely reminded me that Doug Flutie was about my size.
Oh, okay. Big win over
Coffrin
Miami.
in the middle, man, open, touchdown. Coffrin to Fassler. Goes for 27 yards and a touchdown that makes it 19-9.
So do you go for 2?
I think you almost have to.
I
Don't
was
you?
just thinking you had a-
16 total minutes left in the
Yeah,
game.
and you'd put it, if you get it, should be 19-11 at least, you know, with
Timeout is called by Marshfield.
that's where you hope missed extra points don't come back to haunt you.
Winner of the
Hopefully not, but
sports.net, as well as
it's been a very quick quarter though.
50 wrap.
It doesn't change things a great deal if you're Marshfield. If you're down 10 or you're down 9, does it?
Yeah, of course if you get the 2, of course you're down 8. So
Let's say you go for 2, you don't convert. You're down 10. You get a touchdown. You can kick an extra point to pull within 3 if you want to.
Right.
I mean, it does.
You don't lose anything. You're exactly right. But obviously, if you make it, you make it a 1
possession game.
touchdown and an extra point or a 2-point.
And you talked about let's watch this conversion attempt, Craig, and then we'll have a moment to visit before the kickoff.
Scored 2 on a point after conversion play.
Coffrin rolling, throws to the corner, and did he make it in? He did.
Wow.
It is a 2-point
hard
conversion.
to tell from here. Obviously, it was in. Well, the pylon
That makes the score
came down. So.
Bozen catches it to make it 19-11. You talked about a different feel, a different atmosphere in the stadium. I wonder if that has to do with the fact that this is an Old Valley rivalry, and it's just not the same when you.
You know, I think, you know, I never thought of that, but I honestly think you're right there, because it's it's just such a different feel when you bring in teams from a different part of the state and you combine into a conference. Because let's be honest, it used to be the old Valley Conference, and it was all the teams up and down the river. And I can remember back when Shawano was in the conference.
Oh, is that right? I didn't realize that.
We went over and played there when I was in school. Of course, that's late 70s, Shawano. And but it was always the two Wausau schools, and then, well, three with D.C. Evers.
Yes.
You always had Marshfield. You went up to
Merrill.
Rhinelander.
Antigo used to be a powerhouse team.
Absolutely. Antigo would score a touchdown, go for two, and beat you 8-0. And they do that 9 games every season.
Betcher again, looking for a seam. Across the 30 to the 32-yard line. A fine kickoff return there.
The coach last name was I think it was Gordy Schofield. I always thought was unique.
Yep, Antigo. Yep.
Because he was good friends.
Merrill, Rhinelander.
With Ted Thompson, who was the head coach when I was a junior. And I always remember he said his buddy was not going to get his 100th win against him. Of course, when we played him, and we lost a very close game, and that was his 99th win. So how do you remember that stuff?
Betcher in trouble, trying to get to the edge. And that roar that you hear is the Marshfield sideline. They're into the football game all of a sudden.
A little bit of momentum here.
They rule that Betcher made the line of scrimmage, so it's 2nd down and 10. 19-11, Lincoln plus 8, late 3rd quarter. Wernick wants to throw it out to Olson. Completed pass at the 24, but well defended. Ooh, and then Olson is slung out of bounds in the neighborhood of the 25 or 26-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, 3rd down and long. I'm sorry, I misread the stakes on the far side. Betcher did not get back to the line of scrimmage. He was well short of that. The 1st down is up at the 42-yard line, so it's 3rd and 17. My apologies for misreading that run along the far side. 3rd and very long, 16, 17 yards here. Just remember the 42 is the 1st down. And they'll just hand it off inside, and Betcher spun down at the line of scrimmage, and now all the momentum is on the east side of the playing field, the stadium here, because Marshfield's going to receive a punt here. They're down 8, and there's a lot of energy and enthusiasm on their sideline and in their cheering section. Wernick to punt it away to Cameron Swanson. It's 4th down and about 16 yards to go. Wernick gets away a good, strong kick.
Nice punt.
Fielded at the 40, trying to find a little running room. Swanson now steps up inside and goes to the 46 or 7-yard line before he's taken down there. First on the tackle is number 61, A.J. Weiss of the Raiders.
Have you been to a pro game, Milton? You have, haven't you, or not?
In person?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Okay. I was just curious because I was thinking when you were talking about momentum, and you have the TV timeouts. It's such a different game.
Yep.
You spend most of your time having 3 plays and then sit for what seems like an hour, but
Klein,
because of the TV.
Across midfield, he has the 49-yard line. Tackle was made by Nathan Fuller. It's a pickup of 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 5 yards to go with 1.5 minutes left in the 3rd. Coffrin fakes, rolls right, has pressure in his face, but he's got his man for a 1st down. 40, slipping down the sideline to the 30-yard line goes John Hardinger. is this the same football game that was 19-3 with all kinds of momentum for the Raiders with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter? All of a sudden, Marshfield on the move in an attempt to tie this football game. Coffrin gives it to Klein and
nice
dragged
tackle.
down. A strong
Big
tackle. Trying to get that number for you fans, and it's Stotts. No surprise there, Jeremy Stotts, the senior linebacker, number 1. But again, 5 yards on first down. 35 seconds for the third quarter. Coffrin gives it off to Klein, in trouble, down he goes. Again, it's Stotts, this time getting help from Nathan Fuller, and they bring him down at the 25-yard line, which will be the line of scrimmage. It will be 3rd and 5 when will they run the play? There's 10 seconds for the period. 5 seconds for the period. Will they run the third down play? They will. It's Klein. He's got a first down. He's into the middle of the field, driving for the end zone. He's down at the 3. Saving tackle was made by Jake Tim, but it will be a 1st and goal when we start the fourth period. We've got a barn burner at the Southwood County 2000 field. Marshfield will be in the red zone when we start the fourth quarter, 19-11 Lincoln, as you watch Raider football on River City's Community Access. 1st and goal for the Tigers. Coffrin turns, gives. Great penetration by the Raiders' Nathan Fuller again. And that was Cortez who carried the football. He was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It will be 2nd and goal. Coffrin turns, hands off, driving to the goal line. Touchdown for the Tigers. 19 now to 17. I believe that was Carlos Cortez again carrying the football. There's 11:36 to go in this fourth period, and whether or not they convert here really isn't a matter now. We've got a whole quarter and a tight football game. They'll go for the tie. Coffrin stops, throws back to the middle, caught. It's a conversion to Zach McManus, and we are now tied 19-19.
So far, it's been like 2 completely different games.
Wow. Lincoln took the opening kickoff of the second half and stormed down the field. The touchdown pass made it 19-3 with about 8 minutes to go. The Raiders scored that 7:15.
Yeah, they ran a whole lot of time off, and here we are.
And so in 7:15 and 24, so a smidgen over 7.5 minutes, about 7 minutes and 51 seconds. Man, quick 16 by the Tigers.
And it's so difficult to convert a 2-point conversion, and they've done 2 now. Well, time for another drive, Milt.
McManus kicks it away. High end-over-end kick. Galinsky to the 25-yard line. Maybe the 26. And what answer does Lincoln have? They have moved the ball efficiently throughout the course of the night. I think they'd have to be a confident offensive team going out there in a tie game. side handoff. Raiders push the pile across the 30-yard line to the 31. That's a 5-yard pickup on first down. And we see and note that Jeremy Stotts, the linebacker, has entered the offensive huddle, replacing one of the wideouts, or tight ends, Derek Burkowski, who made the touchdown catch a few moments ago. Pitches to Betcher, spinning back into the inside. Short gain to the 33-yard line. All of a sudden, it's 3rd down and 3 facing the Raiders. Olsen with Schutte to the near side. Wernick ended up keeping it, I believe. Let's see who gets off. So Raider first down, that's the most important part. But Wernick hung on to it, I believe, to get the first down. It was he or Potter, and I quite honestly could not see in the scrum who held on to the football and advanced it. But the important thing is 1st and 10 Lincoln at their own 38 with just under 10 minutes to go, 4th period. All tied up at 19. Looks offside, doesn't he?
Sure does.
Potter.
Oh, we have an ankle, too.
No, it's 20, not 24. Glinsky carries. And we have, is that the, yeah, that's the same young man who earlier injured that right ankle, their middle linebacker, Mitch Zillman. So he was probably playing hurt before that play already. And we'll have a timeout with 9:33 to go here, 4th quarter. And they're going to help him up. And he will tenderly walk to the far sidelines. 2nd down, 7 facing Lincoln, who has had a chance to talk it over on the near sidelines. Pitches to Betcher, cuts it up. Oh, was he hit? Twice he was hit hard.
Man.
First he was stood up, and then he was belted from behind. My goodness, he took 2 hard hits on that play. He ends up losing a couple of yards and brings up 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, because he was drilled and he went back, and then it's like, oh man.
Gosh, Craig, it makes you wish that you were still out there, doesn't it?
Sure does, yep.
Wow.
As long as I'm the one that's hitting him,
doing the licking, right?
Doing the licking, yeah. Boy, it looks like he's offsides every play. Their defensive end.
The
here.
right defensive end. Wernick rolls in trouble, slips one man, slips the second man, fighting hard, driving hard, pushing, and he might have the first down. What a tremendous run by Jason Wernick, who had to shake a man in the backfield, and he gets up a little stung after that run. But what a valiant run it was for a Lincoln first down.
He avoided at least 3 tackles there. That was a great individual effort. They're chanting for him.
They are.
The students down there.
They sure are, and rightly so. 1st and 10. Draw. A little inside handoff, and Betcher comes across the 45 to the 44-yard line.
Well, you watch, a lot of the players are getting up slower and slower, and
Been a physical game.
it has been very physical, and I'm guessing this time of night, I bet the turf is getting slippery because it's the dew would start, and it's a little bit of slip out there, but it is rock'em sock'em, right? This is Valley, the old Valley football like we talked about, Milt.
Wernick still has it, 40-35. 1st down for the Raiders in the vicinity of the 30-yard line of the Tigers.
Move the chains.
Red Raiders have a 1st down on the 31-yard line.
We're tied at 19 with 7.5 minutes to go. Galinsky is the slot man. Potter and Betcher behind Wernick. Wernick keeps it, and he goes to the 28-yard line. I don't know if that was the design play or if something broke down. It didn't look like it was the play call in the huddle.
He does an excellent job with his cadence, because even then Marshfield almost jumped again.
Yeah.
The lineman.
Right defensive
Yeah.
tackle seemed to, well, we know he came out of his stance. He apparently did not make contact.
Break the plane. I don't know if they still call it that or not.
I don't know.
The plane of the
The neutral zone.
neutral zone. Yeah.
Motion. Here comes Wernick on an option run inside the 20, all the way to the 15-yard line, and another Lincoln 1st down. Wasn't there a Romulan neutral zone in Star Trek?
It might have been. You're completely in a different world.
That's a different
My brother
neutral
would
zone?
know. My brother would know.
Kent would know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Raiders have a 1st down at the 15-yard line of the Tigers, trying to answer in a very strong way. 16 quick points by Marshfield. This game is tied at 19.
Oh, nice
Betcher
block.
spins to the 10 and to the 7-yard line. Well, it's pretty evident who's winning the battle up front. It's the Raiders right now, and all throughout this drive. It's 2nd down and 2.
This is just really an impressive drive here.
6
You need points,
minutes.
obviously, but boy, you'd love to get in the end zone.
Betcher hit hard. I don't think he got the 1st down. I think he's still about a yard shy of that. Oh yeah.
Maybe a yard gain on that.
As you look there, the 1st down is at the 5, maybe even a smidgen inside of that. So it's close to 2 yards here for the 1st down on 3rd down.
Because even with our vantage point, you can't see the lines on the other side of the field. It's
No.
like you get the halfway of the field and it's like they disappear.
Wernick's going to keep it. He's got a 1st down, and he drives to the 3, where it will be 1st and goal with 5 minutes to go here. Once again, Marshfield tied the game with 11:36 to go. This has already been a 6.5-minute Raider drive.
You know, Milt, you brought up such a good point, because it does feel like an old traditional just Valley matchup, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's just hit them hard, and whoever's standing at the end wins.
1st and goal. Wernick keeps. Touchdown for Jason Wernick. It comes with 4:39 to go.
a lot of points scored in a short time.
Lincoln now on top 25-19. Lincoln looks as if they'll kick here. They'll have Adler attempt the point after to push them out to 26-19.
I found a great job for you, Milt.
You did?
Yep.
That kick is good. 26-19.
Where they run back and forth with the Rapids flags. I could see you doing that. That'd be kind of cool. Here they come right now.
I'm going to change the subject abruptly.
When I got to the parking lot, the team was starting to run in. I was thinking to myself, wouldn't they be surprised if I just jumped in line and
Ran right in with who's that guy?
Yeah. Who's that old guy? My hair is the color of the helmet.
4:39 to go. Lincoln
How do we
has
get on all this stuff? It's my fault, isn't it? How do we get on all this stuff?
with they have 3 timeouts. Marshfield has 2, and this has turned into a wide open, crazy football game that has had 4 touchdowns here in the second half of play.
Just a great football game.
It's been very entertaining,
really
just
a good
fun to watch and fun
You
to be a
really
part of.
hate, even if you're the winning team, you obviously like to win, but the game we saw last time when it's, the score was so one-sided, you just hate to see that.
Punt is, or the kickoff rather, fielded at the 30, and it's
Nice tackle.
Cameron Swanson. Fuller makes the stop. Potter was there too. Well, Tigers have looked great on their last 2 possessions and done anything all night to their last 2 possessions, and now they've got an answer.
I'm trying to figure
they hope
out on the kick, maybe he wanted to get it up in the air, possibly fumble it, but you'd think you'd blast it as far down the field as you could get it. But
Mark is at the 33, 1st and 10. Dare I raise the specter of overtime with 4:30 to go. Klein into the secondary to midfield. Isaac Klein goes for 16, and they will mark him right at the midfield stripe with 4:24 to go.
And again, the clock stops until the ball is placed, and then it runs. So we're just about down to 4 minutes.
Klein.
That's a great play there.
Ryan Ott brings him down in the backfield.
It was almost like he was hiding the ball. Did you see that at the back? He kind of had it in an odd.
That deception between the quarterback and the tailback that they featured all night.
It'd be easy to fumble it too, though.
Inside of 4 minutes.
And if you're a Raider fan, that'd be exactly what you'd like right now.
Coffran sets up in the pocket. He's going deep to the post. It's Fassler, and he is going to draw an interference penalty against Ethan Mercer.
That's terrible! You gotta be kidding me!
And Fassler is down, then being attended to at the 23-yard line. Let's see, an interference call. I believe that's a 15-yard penalty, not a point of infraction penalty in high school. This will bring it to the 30, yeah, they're going to mark it at the 37-yard line. It will be a first down there, but right now Keegan Fassler is being attended to. They were out there very quickly. They saw something from the sideline, but good to see Fassler up to his feet. Looks like doesn't want to put a great deal of weight on that right side.
And of course, the call with local fans were not pleased with it. It was hard. They were tangled up, and of course, if it was a pro or college, they'd replay it 1,000 times and maybe still didn't know what really went on. But
Would you like to be a referee, Craig? Would that be something you'd have?
Wouldn't that be something?
Enjoy?
Not exactly. Unless you're a line judge, that wouldn't be too bad.
They could get upset with you about where you placed the football.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a terrible call.
That's a
Klein at the line of scrimmage.
I'd much rather do football than basketball. We have a little. Mr. Stotts is a little bit slow.
Bent over there.
Too.
2nd down and 9.
He's played a whale of a game, by the way.
Coughlin rolling to the right. Stotts in pursuit. He's going to run it now. Flag is back at the line of scrimmage.
Guessing holding.
Likely in infraction against the offensive team.
I would guess holding, but
we're down to 3:09. And what was a 2nd down and 9 could become a 2nd down and 19.
Oh, a chop?
Perhaps that's 15 yards. I'm not sure.
That's a personal foul, right?
So that should be 15.
15, right.
Oh boy, it will. It'll be the 15 yards of the
You're basically giving back. Yeah, you're just trading penalties, but
2nd down now.
2nd down and a mile, right?
25 yards to go.
Wow.
So if you're Marshfield, you look at it, we've got 3 plays to pick up 25 yards. And Coughlin throwing to the near side. Back in the game, Fassler makes the catch. He is ruled inbounds. The clock rolls. He's at the 45-yard line.
And those inbound clock corner plays are huge because it does not stop the clock.
3rd down, and 18. 2 plays to get 18 yards for the Tigers.
They don't seem to be fast either, you know.
Coughlin throwing it deep down the far side. Man is open. Oh, beautiful play by Isaac Bauer.
Ball kind of hung up there, and what a great play. He was watching it the whole way. The receiver was open.
He was open.
Very nice play.
Bauer playing safety, comes over and makes the play. 4th down.
He made up a lot of ground in a short time.
Oh man, beautiful play in the secondary. 2:28 for the 4th quarter. 26-19 Lincoln. Coughlin, he's going to the middle of the field. Incomplete. Hold on downs with 2:21 to go in the football game.
Very good defense. Kind of an odd play when it's like the receiver didn't, just kind of watched it fall at his feet there. I don't know what.
I think that one was just a bit underthrown.
Yeah,
perhaps.
maybe
I think he was meant to be led to the post.
Yeah, he couldn't.
There.
I'm not sure he would have had a 1st down anyway.
From the 45.
Fans are saying hang on to the ball, and that's exactly right.
A yard to the 46.
Run down by number 44. Riley Wilson.
Timeout by Marshfield. That's their first one, right? Right now? Yep, 2 left. 3 per.
No, if that Marshfield call a timeout, it should be their 2nd.
No, it's just.
I know they haven't changed that yet,
Yeah,
but
I was just looking at the.
It should be.
Scoreboard. I was gonna, yeah, they called.
Remember, it was when they were facing the decision about the 2-point conversion on the first touchdown that they called the timeout. So this is their 2nd.
That's right. I was just going by the scoreboard, but I thought they had also. Little bit of wind now. You can see on the flag.
Flag
but
is off the
it's
pole
not
anyway.
Not affecting the ribbons on the goalposts at all. Just a little bit.
Keeper by Wernick, and he fights
nice
for the
play.
first down.
If you keep getting first downs, they can't beat you.
Clock now will roll under 2 minutes, and now barring a turnover.
Take all the time you want, right?
Now the Raiders are in great shape.
It's been a really, really good game. Far from over, but it's been a great, great game.
That's Olsen and Chudy to the far side. And now the Raiders call timeout with 1:39 to go. And with a 1st and 10 at the Marshfield 44-yard line.
So they're on the road next week. Do we remember what Assumption does next week?
Both teams are on the road.
Both on the road.
For the weekend that begins with Friday, October 3rd.
Yep.
And then both teams close out their season with back-to-back home games on the 10th and 11th and the 16th and I believe it's the 16th and the 17th.
So Friday, Saturdays then, right?
I'd have to look. That last week might be a Thursday.
Oh, usually they do. Yes, that's
Friday.
Correct. That's correct. Yep. Usually it is, right?
Check that.
Because then the playoffs start right away, probably
like
that
a
following.
Tuesday. Yeah. Oops, I'm already into November.
Don't do that, no.
Lincoln's game against Fond du Lac is on Thursday the 16th.
Thursday, okay. Don't go into November, Mel. That's when it gets cold. And you don't like cold weather.
I don't like cold weather. Timeout called by Marshfield.
And we think that's their last.
Oh,
right?
man.
Oh, we have. I'm sorry, I have an injury.
The middle linebacker, Zillman, is down again. Tigers return to the field with 1:32 to go. It's Lincoln 26 and Marshfield 19.
So the scoreboard has each team with a timeout.
Somewhere we got off by one.
Well, obviously we'll find out fairly quickly because Marshfield's going to call one if they have one here.
Where it keeps. And he has the 36-yard line. And that's not really the most important factor right now. It's that it will be a 3rd down and 2 with 1:17 to go. And there is no timeout being called. So the scoreboard must be off, or Marshfield would have used one very quickly right there.
Take the time. If you can get a first down,
Game's over.
Game's over, basically, right? And you really have 2 plays to do it, so.
Wernick into the line, stopped at the line of scrimmage, and there's now 36 seconds to go. It'll be 4th and 2. But one more snap is all that it will take. Now the Raiders will use up as much of the time clock, the play clock, as they can, because when the whistle blows to stop this play, if they do not have the first down, it will be Marshfield possession. Clock's down to 10 seconds.
They just turned the scoreboard has Marshfield with no timeouts.
Okay. 4 seconds. And Lincoln calls timeout with 1 second to go. Many stars here tonight for the Raiders. Nathan Fuller, Jeremy Stotts, Isaac Bauer had very, very nice games on the defensive side of the football. Betcher, Thomas Olson, but Wernick with his 4 touchdowns,
right.
3 touchdown passes and a touchdown run. 2 of his touchdown passes came on 4th down.
And they showed a lot of heart, Mel.
No,
like
man.
You said.
And,
I mean,
yep.
You're kind of in the driver's seat, and before you know it, you look up and you're tied. They needed a big run and a big drive, and they did it. I'm not exactly sure why they called timeout either.
Here's what I think happened. Is that by calling timeout, they could snap the ball and ensure that there would not be time enough for a play if they were stopped on 4th down. So there's no chance then for Marshfield to get 1 play to run.
Gotcha.
And
makes sense.
And I'm not sure, but that's my guess.
It was controversial up in front of us. That's all I was going to say.
Lincoln is 2 and 4 after their 26-19 win over Marshfield. Raiders, after their first possession of the second half, are on top 19-3. Marshfield storms back with 2 touchdowns and two-point conversions. All of a sudden we look up, and early in the 4th period we have a 19-19 game, but the Raiders answered straight out after that second Marshfield touchdown, marched down the field, got the touchdown, and then stopped Marshfield to get this big win, 26-19 Raiders, who are now 2 and 4, heading to Spash for the River Jug before coming home for back-to-back games to close out the regular season. That will conclude our River City's community access coverage tonight. For our producer and videographer David Ballerstein, for Craig Tim, I'm Milt Van Natta. We will join you again very soon for more prep football on River City's community access.